Now, one of the shocks I received as an Adamawa girl from the north, a Margi to be precise, that got married to a Yoruba man from Oyo State. One of the shockers I received was pounded yam. Yes, initially I didn't know that Yoruba people like pounded yam because while I was in the north, I just assumed because I always see amala and begiri and all that. So I was thinking Yoruba people just love eating amala. Yes. Now, during the course of my relationship with my husband, he once said that his favorite swallow was pounded yam. When he said that one in my head, I was like, oh, that's not for your pocket though, because me, I don't know how to pounded yam. Yes. Now in the north, or in my own place, my own Adamawa, the food that are common, the swallows that are common is either you're eating pomasara, that's maize flour, you're eating tonshikafa, that's rice, tone rice, or you're eating to the one the flour from gyro and all that. That's what we eat majorly as our swallow there. What's it concern pounded yam come on here? Like how? Who has that time to go and stress himself to pound yam? When you can eat the yam with stew, show you people you think that God that made these teeth, and give us the digestive system. You think is for nothing. That's the work of the digestive system to pound the yam. You don't know. I'm telling you now. Yes, you are not supposed to pound yam to eat. Your teeth, your gastric juice, and everything, your digestive system will do the work. Anyways, I married my husband now. He said pounded yam is his best swallow. So one of the days he went to work, he was not at home. So I decided that since this man said pounded yam is one of his best, let me shock him and prepare pounded yam for him. But I'll him. Yes. And I'll say, okay, I will cook pounded yam. I already prepared my egusi soup. No, I'm good at preparing egusi soup. Cap that. Yes. Clack it. Now, and I'll put my yam, my diced yam, small. See, I was seeing people using a food processor online to pound yam. So in my head, I was thinking, it's the same work that food processor and blender used to do. I was thinking the difference is just the size of the container. Only if I knew. Now my blender is not all this your Kellywood, an Hollywood blender you people used to use. It was this small blender. So in my head, I was like, this blender will serve its purpose today. Small blender, not Kellywood, an Hollywood blender. That small blender. That's how I carried my yam. I now went and put my yam because I diced it into small pieces, and I put it inside the blender. As I on the blender, you see, I was saying it will grind. Yeah. Before I know, I started seeing smoke coming out from the engine. My blender just spoiled. I was like, which kind of wahala is this? That's how I packed the yam. I said my husband must not meet this yam. I ate the one I can eat. The minute I went to throw it, I had to cook semo that day for him. Yes, when he came back, I went and told him that the blender spoiled. He said, what did I use? I said, I did not use the blender today. Anything just spoiled. Anyways, I'm glad to tell you people that up to today now, I've not got a replacement for that blender. So I'm blenderless in my house. Because I spoiled it. Now, after that incident, the second time I said he did something good. He pleased me. I was like, how am I going to reward him for doing this good gesture he did? I said, okay, I'm going to try pounded yam today. Yes. Because this my area where I live is Yoruba dominated place. Like when I stay during yam season, that's how you be hearing boom, around 6 o'clock in the evening. Almost 4 different houses are pounding yam. And guess what? Those people that are pounding, those women that are pounding those yam, I know them. Most of them are fatter than them. So I was like, wait till they say this yam myself. I'll pound it. Yes. That's how I carried my mother. That day I cooked ogbono soup. Look me, outside ladies can cook ogbono soup too. Yes. So that day I cooked ogbono soup. And I boiled my yam, carried mortar and pestle. I was thinking it was a child's play. Me whenever pound yam. That's how I put it. I started 1, 2. Oh boy, if you see the way I started sweating, I had to off my shirt. I started crying. At one point, I started crying. All my hands here became red because I was holding that pistol. My hands was not used to it. It's not my fault. Yes, you're looking at me. I'm not lazy. It's not my fault. We don't used to eat pounded yam. That's why, when you stress your hand now, it will start swelling up. Like, that's how my hand started swelling up. I was crying. I was, who sent me pound this yam? Who sent me? Yam did not pound well. I pack him like that. Like, when my husband came back, he was like, what did you cook? I carry one. If you see my face, it's like first way they go fight lion. That's why I carried my face. He was like, what's wrong with it? I said, I did pound the yam. My husband started laughing. You pounded yam for us. If only he knew the disaster he was going to eat. When Oga saw the yam, me, I did not eat it. I said, I don't believe it. Because I know it's not rubbish about. When Oga saw the yam, when he carried one, you know, the thing was supposed to cut. The thing was scattering. Oga. It was like, I mean, you said you pounded yam. I mean, what did you do? He was like, you will have just made this into porridge yam because this one is not pounding yam. It's not pounding yam. It's not pound anything. I was like, so you will never appreciate my effort. I was telling that, so you will never appreciate my effort. This is what you have to say to me. Agasha tried to eat that food, but he could not finish it. He was just doing it to please me, but anyways, I said I was not going to give up. I did not give up. Now, the next time I said I was going to cook that pandenya, because I said I was already ready. Yes, I had to go online. I watched to YouTube. I watched about 5 different techniques on how to pound yam, because what in the hell? 5 different techniques on how to pound yam. That day I was saying maybe because I'm not having enough energy, I went and bought Predator. Yes, to have energy. Not knowing that God was already seeing my heart. I will tell you why. Now, I said maybe it's my pistol that is not good. Now, when I finished cooking my soup, egusi soup, that day, and I said, let me go and borrow pistol from my neighbor. I went to my fence. Alaja! I said, ma, I said, I beg, borrow me your pistol. Oh. She said, what do you want to use it to? I said, I want to pan yam. He said, okay. That I should go, she will bring the pistol for me. That's how I went. Alaja brought the pistol for me. Guess what this woman did? When she came, she said, no, I should not worry that she will pan the yam for me. That's how this woman said, if you see how this woman was pounding this yam, I was ashamed of myself. I'm fatter than this woman. That's how she just go, bah, 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 She did it seamlessly, like, the thing was not drawing, like, even me, ma. The thing was pounding. The yam was, it was pounding yam, It was drawing, it was stretchy, like, I was not happy. I thought that, thank you, she finished. She even told me that, it was from how I learned that if you pound the yam, you put it inside, wrap it inside, wrapper, big clothes, before you put it inside the cooler so that it will still maintain its hotness. Yes. When my husband and I came, I told him I did pound the yam. My husband, hey! Oga was like, another disaster is about to happen. But when Oga opened the pound the yam and he saw how the thing was, he started shouting, my wife, my pound the yam. My wife, my pound the yam. He said, you've improved. We'll go and open pound the yam restaurant for you. See the way this one. Now, before you look at me now, when he was saying all this thing, me, I did not tell him whether I'm the one that pounded it or not. He did not ask me, so I did not tell him. Is it not what they asked you that you will talk? Yes. So I was just enjoying the praise. He was just, my wife, my pounded yam. Now, after that, the day I want to pound yam, I'll just go to my fence. Alaja, I want to borrow pistol because I know that she will surely come. Now, I'll not be telling my husband that it was my neighbor that was pounding yam, that was helping me to pound yam. Now, one day, that was about the 3rd time, I went to meet her to borrow me pistol as I used to do. She now came that she was pounding yam. When she was not pounding that yam, that's how my husband came home. Like, he was not supposed to come home by that time. Now, when he came, I didn't even know because we were at the backside. When he entered, I didn't know. Now, when he came and he saw Alaja pounding the yam, he was not telling her that, why is she stressing herself? That his wife is an expert in pounding yam. That she tested his wife pounding yam. That's how Alaja stayed and was looking at him. I was like, she has been the one that is coming to pound yam for me. It was as if the ground should open for me to enter. I was like, who sent this woman? You cannot just say, I came to visit her, and I saw her pounding yam, so I decided to help her to pound. That's how my husband started laughing. He said, hey! He said, so you have not been the one pounding this yam? He said, no wonder. He said this yam was too perfect for me to pound and all that. That's how I was looking at this woman with one bad eye. Because must you tell him that you have been the one pounding for me? Like, what happened to sister code? What happened? Throughout that day, my husband was just laughing at me. Like, this man was laughing. You know when you laugh somebody and tears come out from your eye? That was what happened. Anyways, since he already knows that it's not me that is pounding yam again, there's nothing to hide. Yeah, so any that want to pound yam, I will go and call her. Say she don't already open my bonbon for my husband. Tell her say that she dey pound yam. She will come and continue. The only thing now is that any that want to eat yam, I have to start praying. In the morning, I will be praying for my neighbor. I will be praying that God don't allow this woman to have headache today. God don't allow this woman to go out today. Because if I put that yam on fire and I go and ask for peaceful, and she tell me that she's having headache, it means I'm the one that will pound that yam. So my prayer point, any day I want to eat pounded yam, in the morning I will lift my neighbor before God. And I will pray for her. I will say, God of heaven and earth, bless my neighbor. She will not fall sick today. Nobody will call her today. Like today, she will be in a good mood. She will be at home. Yes, but I think I need a processor at this moment, because me, I want to be doing soft care life. Yes, I will start my contribution to buy food processor. See that me too, I'll be doing pandemia for my husband. Before they go use pandemia, carry my husband come out from my hand. They can't say hey, na pandemia. It's not my fault. Yes, before you look at me with that eye and be telling me, be thinking this girl, it's not my fault. We don't used to eat pandemia in the north. In adamawa, which concern pounding yam. There are other ways to show our power, to show our strength, not in pounding yam. Anyways, I just let me come and gist to people about my pounding yam experience. The other experience I had in this Yoruba land, I'll be gisting you people. This is my gele. This is my gele. This is my gele. It's gele something.